Question 77 now, all about functions, transformations. Let's see how you got on with this one. So we need to find a possible expression for f of x shown in the diagram. So this is the diagram of f of x here. And it looks a little bit like the graph of 1 over x, my reciprocal graph. But the difference between 1 over x and this graph is that we've got the asymptote at 2. So the denominator must equal 0 when x equals 2. So here's my expression. So 1 over x minus 2 is the simplest expression I can think of. But if you had, let's say, 8 over x minus 2, or if you had 15 over 3x minus 6, or anything where the denominator is equal to 0 when x equals 2. So now we're looking at if we take that expression for f of x and we've got to find an expression for f of x plus 1 plus 3. So that means we've got to put x plus 1 instead of x here, and then add the 3 on afterwards. So that's what that looks like, and I've simplified it slightly to this form. I haven't bothered putting that as a single fraction because the question doesn't ask me to put it in its simplest form. So now I've been asked to sketch the graph of that function, giving the equations of any asymptotes. Well, this is a transformation of my f of x here, and I'm shifting it to the left by 1, and I'm shifting it up by 3 units. So that means that the vertical asymptote now occurs when x equals 1, and the horizontal asymptote when y equals 3. So that's what the graph now looks like. Don't forget that to get the marks on a question like this, you'd need to actually give the equations of the asymptotes, because that's what the question asks you to do. Now we look at the two transformations which together would transform our f of x that we've been given to f of 2x minus 4. So we've got this transformation here which is affecting the x values, and that's going to be multiplying all of the x values by a half. This is affecting the y values, so it's going to be subtracting 4 from all the y values. So the two transformations are a stretch by a scale factor of a half parallel to the x-axis, and then a translation by the vector 0, minus 4. And because the first of these transformations is affecting the x and the second affecting the y, we could switch those around. The order doesn't actually matter. So hopefully you got the same answer that I did. It's not the only method, that's not the only answer, but hopefully you did okay on that.